We'll call the Board of Sewer Commissioners together Thursday, October 24th, 2013 at 6 p.m. The agenda approval. Approval of minutes, 9/26/13. Mail, Chief Operator's Operations Report. In other business as found necessary. Motion on approval.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
I'll abstain.
Okay. Approval of the minutes, 9/26/13.
The agenda.
Oh, okay, I thought.
So,
Okay.
This one here you're gonna say.
Okay, all right, this one I can stop, thanks, Lydia.
Okay.
you got something wrong with your car.
We get a motion, we need a second in the minutes.
Wait a minute, I missed that, I gotta start over again.
Okay. Approval of the minutes
Big guy.
Approve.
of 9/26.
Motion.
I think you do.
Second.
You're not that big.
Second on that. We're back on approving the minutes of 9/26.
I already so moved it.
Yeah, but we had to back up again, there was some confusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
There we go. How about the mail?
No.
None. Excellent. Chief Operator's Operation Report.
We will be accepting another round of groundwater collected over the years at the old dump site. And the state engineer will be performing a round of testing on the water for our review. This way we can be sure there's no contaminants in the water that'll affect our process. And we did do this about 5 years ago. It went very well. It was pretty clean, just groundwater collected, and it'll provide income to the facility. So that's always a benefit. The yearly round of state-required effluent testing has been performed, and I'll be performing the biannual biosolids testing next month. The discharge valve on waste pump number 1 had to be taken apart and cleaned. Some debris was preventing it from fully closing. It's hard to see, it's kind of a blurry picture, but we do have one, so I brought it. All of the fire extinguishers at the plant and the stations received their yearly inspections, and some needed their 5-year services as well, so we took care of that. The security light bulbs at the front and the rear entrances had both blown, so we purchased new bulbs and installed them. The pump run program via the PLC for the waste pump number 1, for some unknown reason, it just developed a glitch. Instead of the pump running according to the parameters we set, it was turning on at the beginning of the decant cycle and shutting off at the end of the decant cycle. Of course, we caught it immediately because we're always looking at the programming. So I contacted the original installers. They're from Wisconsin, Sanitaire, and thank goodness that my contact is still there. So I connected the modem from the PLC to our phone line, and he logged in, and it didn't look like there was a problem with the actual programming itself. So I got out our electrical schematics, and he got out his, and we just started tracing them down to see which control modules in that cabinet control the decanters and the waste pumps and the influent valves, and figured that it could be that module that's bad. So we started tracing through all of our other cabinets, our remote input output cabinets that were around the plant. We found one other non-essential that'll work. So tomorrow we're gonna take the non-essential out of one of the cabinets and put it in the cabinet that's running our decanters and our valves, and we're going to see if that's where the problem lies.
And what is a decanter again for
The
those?
decanter comes down at the end of the 3rd hour during a cycle to actually skim off the clean water and send it out to the river. So when that decanter starts to come down, the waste pump is coming on at the same time, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to come on at a set time after a certain amount of settling has happened. It's okay, like the decanters are fine, they're working fine, the valves are working fine. The waste pump on number 1 is not working fine, but we can run that by hand. We can run everything by hand, actually. But, so what we're doing is just wasting a certain amount every day during our cycles when we know it's okay to waste. That's how we're handling it right now. But obviously, we need a permanent fix. We really think it's probably that computer module, but we will know for sure tomorrow.
You know for sure then you can replace
Yes.
that to where it came from.
Yes.
Do we know how expensive they are?
We don't yet.
Okay.
It looks expensive, so I'm crossing my fingers, yeah. And my thought on that is, if I'm replacing a non-essential module, it's running the septic pump right now. So if I had to pull it out and run the septic pump and replace it, I could. Well, I don't, obviously, it's not the best solution, but I think, I'm hoping it's not going to be, $1,000 part, let's put it that way. We discovered some vandalism had occurred at PB3 during a Monday morning bioxide check, and the exhaust pipe, the exhaust pipe had been pulled out of the inside where it connects to the generator and almost all the way out of the building. And there's a flange and a bolt that was the only thing holding it from them ripping it out of the building. And thank goodness it did not run that night, that Sunday night, because it probably just would have burnt a hole right through the roof, and who knows what it would have done to the inside of the building. We reported it to the police because it was it would have caused some serious damage if it had run. They're gonna watch that station a bit more closely. It's the one next to Mac Molding, but behind it is fairly secluded, so we're having that watched a little more closely.
Thought would be for what, to steal the pipe or to?
Well, here's the picture. So when we showed up to look at the bioxide tank, here's what we found. It should look like this, and it looked like that. It was pulled right out of the building.
And twisted down.
And twisted, yeah, they couldn't get it all the way out, so.
That's why I'm trying to think, was it just vandal or?
No, it was
actually-
someone, they had to actually pull
No, but
it
actual
out.
vandalism or trying to take it?
For Joan.
I honestly, it kind of looks like it could make a nice truck exhaust.
Well, that's what
With
I'm
the
wondering.
flapper on the top, I don't know, I mean, that's kind
Well,
of
that's what
what
I'm
we were
wondering, if it
thinking,
was
that maybe that way we're just trying to steal it, yeah. But it is an act of vandalism, because if the generator
Yeah.
ran, it would have ruined our building. But anyway, if we have no problem, it's not gonna be removed again. Carl popped his welder from home, it's a portable welder, and popped on back of the truck and welded in some really neat bolts and connected them through the inside. So that is also fixed at that station. And then they also went to the other stations that had similar setups, and they're all welded. So that's never gonna happen again unless they cut the pipe off, so.
Right.
Yeah, well, we're trying to run the portable, well, they won't pull it out from the inside, which is the most important part. We're trying to run the portable generator, emergency generator for its weekly run. The other day, it wouldn't start, which is not good.
So we're trying to get them off.
So Carl and Jeff traced that problem to a leaky fuel injection hose. It was sucking air. So they replaced that hose and it started up and it ran perfect. So that's good news there. The lawnmower deck was removed, cleaned, painted, and it looks new again. And the hardware on the access hatches to the sludge holding tanks that had really rusted, some of the hinges, they did not use stainless steel, I don't know why. But they're working to remove those doors, clean those hinges up, make sure they're open, so we can have access to that area. And about 200 pounds of grease was removed from the wet well at PC4 using that new basket that we made with the truck lift. And so that's good, that the way it doesn't get into our systems, just staying on top of things. And we were called to the Alta Mobile Home Park to locate a clean, God bless you. A cement pad was being laid down, and we just wanted to make sure that the proper pipe that goes into our system was identified, because there were a number of them underneath. We just want to make sure they connected at the right point. We're still awaiting the repair and return of the radio for PC3, but we are checking that station every single day, recording pump run times, making sure everything is okay there. And we're also waiting for the return of our R2 MP1, but we are using our spare there, so we're still in good shape. And the only other thing I have was just to discuss the November and December meetings. My meeting always falls on Thanksgiving. The December meeting always follows the week of Christmas. This year it's the day after Christmas. We typically cancel those and we reconvene at the end of January. But to throw that out and which thoughts were on that?
I would suggest that actually both of these meetings could be eliminated, barring no emergency comes up.
Exactly, and it can be in there, and you always
Then
know
if an
that.
emergency comes up, we could pull a
Absolutely.
special one.
Absolutely.
So if the board's in favor, we can make a motion on that.
No motion.
Make a motion, second, all in favor.
Aye.
Okay, November and December meetings will be canceled here.
Okay, and that's all I have this evening.
Okay, any other business?
I'd like to touch on one thing real quick.
Okay.
I don't see the guys that run much safety.
Mhm.
When they're out there, do they have
Tap.
The neon vest and stuff and.
Yes, we do have all of that equipment. We have safety toe shoes, we have neon equipment, we have the light on the truck, we have ventilators for manholes and,
But
yes,
then they don't have the new neon color.
yellow,
Yeah.
neon yellow,
Okay.
yes.
About hard hats.
Hard hats, I think you're for construction areas when you have things that may fall on you. I think we actually do have a couple from FA&A, but it's not equipment that we use on a regular basis.
Then mainly, it's a requirement,
Yes.
it's clear when it's not feet on the road. You have to
Yes.
have these colors.
And we do, in the truck, right now.
I just don't see the guys on the road that much.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Well, thank you.
Anything else from any of the guys?
No new requests?
Well, no, and especially heading into this time of year, you know, it's pretty much winds down our season for new requests and, but probably by the end of January, people will be picking up the phone and calling me for that spring pickup. But, I was happy we had 5 new IUs this year, that was good. Get better.
Okay,
Most adjourned?
Second?
all in favor? Aye, thank you. On a record, we're good.
Not a record.